Tonight's extra special main event. Will Genie Dynamite mark 7 unprecedented years as Women's World Champion? Or will it be death by snoo time? Genie Parker defends the title against Titaness, the Titaness.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event, one fall with a 20-minute time limit, is for the RWO Women's World Championship.
Alright, gentlemen, hang on to your hats. This is going to be a mammoth main event, and it is death by snoo time. Here she comes, Big D, Titaness, the Titaness.
Dione and Genie have an amicable, competitive rivalry and maintain their friendship in good standing. And despite that amicable relationship, Genie Parker has met Dione 5 times in the last 3 years, with 3 of those 5 matches being for the Women's World title. But to date, even Dione, Mrs. Hercules, the most powerful woman in the division, remains unable to crack Genie Dynamite's code for consistent success. If Dione can possibly win, possibly wear down Genie, she will have stopped Parker cold at 6 years and 11 months, breaking the streak and becoming Women's World Champion for a 5th run with the title.
Yep, Dione wants a whole bunch of ish for Christmas. Well, I asked Genie about it, and she says Dione deserves to be Women's World Champion. She's got all the tools she needs, but it is the one wish that the Genie cannot grant.
And what a night for Genie Parker. She knows Dione is an unstoppable force of nature, but Genie Dynamite just remains unwilling to yield to her longtime friend and associate. For Dione's part, she respects that even she, for all her She-Hulk style capabilities, has been unable to take Genie down. She hates that it's true, but respects Parker for her ability to defeat Dione, and Dione's inability to beat Parker. It's a weird respect thing between them. They're still gonna fight extra hard, despite their friendship, and I guess they wouldn't want it any other way. That 7-year run means everything to Genie, her femmes fatale, and their fans.
Check her out. Look at that little cheeky wink. The sexy soul sister of the squared circle. Oh, man. I really want her to win, man. Wow. We stand at 6 years, 11 months. It could go to 7 years, or it can all go up in smoke in just a minute. We're gonna see.
The challenger from Milan, Italy, standing 6 feet 5 inches, weighing 265 pounds, Dione the Titaness. Her opponent from Richmond, Virginia, she's an RWO double champion, and the current RWO Women's World Champion, the Queen, Dynamite Genie Parker.
This is gonna be one rough ride, so buckle up, amigos. Believe you me, once that bell rings, you're gonna forget that these two are actually good friends. The Women's World title on the block for Dione, and a 7-year streak as champ for Dynamite Genie Parker.
So much riding on this. 7 years for Dynamite Genie Parker, a 5th title run for Dione the Titaness, and a very tough match to corral for poor referee Walt Rothburn. Oh man, so much riding on this matchup. Walt Rothburn rings the bell, and here we go. They lock up. Genie Dynamite with the upper hand right away. Slams Dione into the far corner. Dione counters, puts Genie in the corner, tags her with a hard right. Starts driving those big legs into the midsection of Genie Parker. Oh man, a hard series of shots too. Followed up with a couple of boots to the chest. And a hard kick to the midsection. Like you said, Wally, you're going to forget these two are friends. Oh, Dione stomping away at Genie Dynamite. Rear chin lock. Referee checking on Genie, but Genie yanks her by the ankle, takes her down, gets herself free, locks up Dione. Has her up, drives a knee right into the head of the Titaness. Genie Dynamite trying to regain control here, drives a knee into the head of Dione. Dione gets out of the way of that second knee drop. Genie, with a series of hard shots, rights and lefts, stunts Dione, follows it up with a clothesline and takes her down on the canvas again. The Women's World Champion drives a knee into the head of the Titaness here. The Italian Testarossa having some problems. Look at this. Leg scissor, oh, just a knee drop. And a knee to the skull again. Rebound off the bottom rope, nails her with a senton too. Genie covers, hooks the leg, one. But just one, Dione. Gonna be a long haul for Genie Dynamite, I'll tell you that much. Genie moves in on Dione, drives the knee into the head again, picks up the attack right where she left it off. Rounds Dione up, locks her up. Has her up over the shoulders. 265 pounds, out over the top rope and out onto the floor. Genie Dynamite slides out after her. Genie sets it up. There's the hard right. Followed up with a stomp and a kick. Genie Dynamite again. Oh, look at this, driving multiple knees into the chest of Dione. Oh, man. The women's world title on the line in this main event. Genie Dynamite drives Dione into the apron. Follows up with a series of stomps. Dione counters with a dragon screw. Dione with a kick to the knee of Genie Dynamite. There's a series of lefts from Dione. A kick to the midsection. The Titaness has her up for the power bomb. Look at this, walks her over towards the apron, slams Genie Dynamite's shoulders into the apron and swings her around. The referee still counting Dione, just going crazy here. Rolls Genie Dynamite back inside the ring. That was vicious. Genie locks up Dione, has her up, but a little shift of the weight. Dione turns it around. Grinding Genie's face into the canvas, that stings. Elbow across the back. Followed up with a stomp to the back. Dione the Titaness follows up with an elbow drop. Genie Dynamite laid out. Dione rounds her up. The Titaness with a kick and a DDT. Genie Dynamite in big time trouble here. Dione on a roll. Another elbow drop across the chest of Genie Parker. Dione gathers her up. A left, a right, another left. And a headbutt. Genie Dynamite stuck near the far corner. Yet another elbow drop across the chest of Genie Dynamite. Dione the Titaness has the goozle, setting her up for the chokeslam, but Genie Dynamite counters with a headbutt, says, no, you're not doing that to me. Genie with a forearm drops Dione. Genie with a series of shots has Dione reeling backwards. Rounds her up in the front cradle again, has her up one more time, pitches her over the top rope and out onto the floor. Genie Dynamite, a bit of a powerhouse herself. Now taking herself to the outside, going back to work on Dione as the referee begins the count again. A series of driving knees into the chest of Dione. Genie Parker locks Dione up. Pitches her towards the barricades near the far corner, rolls herself back inside. The referee still counting Dione. Genie breaks this count again, starts all over. Takes herself out. Takes herself a little walk around the ring. Dione getting back up on her feet. Now they're making a beeline for each other. They lock up. Genie pitched halfway across town by Dione. Genie Parker certainly not going to appreciate that. Dione makes her way back inside the ring. Takes herself back outside the ring again. Genie rolls herself back inside the ring. Dione does a little bit of showing off, and that just cost her. Parker rolls her back inside, rolls in herself. Genie Dynamite rounds up Dione. Hard right spins her around. Dione counters with an elbow, charges, and a Hurricane Rana with a series of cross-knuckle punches too. Dione the Titaness. Surprisingly clever, surprisingly quick when she want to be. Off the middle rope, Genie Dynamite with a kick right to the head of Dione. And she is out. Genie Dynamite up off the middle rope. Boom! Knee right across the chest. Dione the Titaness being dragged towards center ring by Genie Parker. Genie goes for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Nope. Another 2 count. Dione the Titaness. Take it. Whoa! Avoids the split-legged leg drop by rolling conveniently out of the way. Genie Parker whips Dione out over the top rope, back out onto the floor again. A lot of this match being contested on the outside. Dione counters, gets back up on her feet, moves in on Genie Parker, locks her up, sets her up, spinning neck breaker. Dione the Titaness rounds up Genie again. Pitches her into the ring steps. Oh, man. Dione the Titaness rounds up Genie Parker. Drives all her weight into Genie's lower back. Rounds Parker up again. Pitches her towards the opposing far corner barricades. Stomp to the midsection. The referee continuing the count here. A countout would be a major disappointment in this crucial matchup. Genie Parker counters and escapes Dione. They lock up. Dione driven into the barricades, bounced off like a pinball off a bumper. Genie Dynamite says, "Stop in the name of love before you break my heart." Oh, man, wow. Think it over. Hard shot to the midsection. Genie Parker, whoa, Dione didn't appreciate that. Genie counters with a kick. Genie Parker pitches Dione towards the barricades. Genie driving knees into the chest of Dione again. And as we continue again, the referee continuing to count here. Another driving knee into the head of Dione the Titaness. And she does it again, the women's world champion, inflicting all kinds of damage on Dione the Titaness on the outside as the referee continues to count. Another vicious set of knees into the head of Dione. Dione rounded up. Genie pitches her into the barricade again. Man. Genie D, countered by Dione. Dione locks her up. Pitches her towards the barricades again by her hair. Genie Dynamite catches a neck breaker. Dione wasting a lot of time here. Bounces Genie into the barricades one more time. Dione rounds up Genie Parker. Takes herself back inside the ring. Genie Parker momentarily stunned here as Dione does a little bit of showing off. Genie finally shakes it off as Dione leaves the ring, comes back after her. Has her in the front cradle. And slams her back into the lip of the apron. Oh, man. Dione taken down with a leg sweep by Genie Parker. Genie rounds her up again, rolls herself back inside the ring. Dione now momentarily stunned on the outside. Genie slides herself back out again, starts the count all over again, catches a knee to the midsection from Dione. Dione rolls her back inside the ring, knows you can't win this match on the outside. Dione rounds up Genie Parker. Locks her up. This ain't good. Looks like he's setting her up for that crucifix powerbomb. Boom! Oh, man, Genie in big trouble. Here's a cover from Dione. 1, 2. But a near fall. Genie Dynamite getting the left shoulder up. Dione the Titaness having to start from 0. Rounds up Genie Parker. She's got the goozle, goes for the chokeslam. Slopes, and she nailed it. Genie Parker tagged with the chokeslam, and Dione's not finished yet. Stalking Parker one more time. We could be seconds away from a new women's world champion here. Dione the Titaness has her all the way up. Power bombs her one more time. Goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, shut up, Genie Dynamite. Again. Taking 2 big shots from Dione the Titaness and still won't give up. Genie rounded up again. Dione catches the headbutt. Genie puts on the brakes. Dione puts on the brakes, counters with a forearm and a left, locks up Genie Dynamite, has her up in the front cradle. Genie shifts her weight and takes her down instead. Quickly going for a cover. That ain't going to work. 1. Nope. That trick was not going to work. Genie Parker rounds up Dione again, rebounds off the middle rope, flying punch. Takes down the Titaness. A stomp to the chest. Oh, another driving knee into the chest of Dione the Titaness. Genie Parker rounds Dione up by the hair. Here it is, the hot kiss at the end of the wet fist. Boom. Genie Parker in control of Dione again. All the way up on the top turnbuckle. Genie goes air double boot stomp right into the midsection of Dione. Covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. And still no. Oh. This match has been going on for quite a while now. Genie Parker again misses with the split leg drop. Down the Titaness quickly out of the way of that one. Rounds up, Genie Parker has her up on vertical suplex. Genie Parker shivered out on that one. Dione rounds her up again. Hard clubbing overhand right takes Parker down to one knee. Hard forearm takes her down to her back. Oh man, Dione follows it up with a couple of stomps and kicks. The Titaness regains control of things. Rounds up Genie Parker. Rocks her up, pitches her halfway across town again. Genie counters with an enziguri, takes the Titaness down. Genie Parker rounds up Dione. A hard right spins her around. Dione counters with an elbow, charges. Again, a quick Hurricane Rana and a set of press and knuckles from Dione the Titaness. This has been a ride, guys. Dione with the goozle again. Genie Parker says, no, not this time. Another headbutt. Stuns Dione. Genie rounds her up. Has her locked up. Has her up. Man, drives a knee right into the head of Dione. Genie rounds her up again real quick. Look at this powerful one-arm slam from Dynamite. Genie Parker rounds her up again. And another spinning one-arm slam. Wow. Genie Parker off pull a senton off the bottom rope. Dione the Titaness suddenly in big trouble here. Genie Dynamite whips her to the far corner. A kick to the midsection. Dione seated in the far corner. Genie Parker putting the boots to Dione the Titaness, putting all her weight into it. And look at this, all the way up and all the way down, both knees into the chest. A little bit of bitty bomb right there from Genie Dynamite. Genie rounded up. Jawjacker from Dione. Dione fighting back again viciously. Man, wow. Genie with elbows to the head of Dione. Rounds her up. Axe kick takes her down. Genie Parker again driving a series of knees into the chest of Dione. She is going to be bruised and battered after this one. Another driving knee into the chest of Dione the Titaness. Genie follows it up with a stomp. A basement drop kick to the back of the head. Follows it up with a stomp to the hand. Oh. Genie Parker takes herself topside one more time, about to go air. There's the elbow right across the back of Dione the Titaness. Genie Parker rolls her over, goes for the cover and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Shut up. She did it. Wow. Shut up and get the hell out of town. The Queen Dynamite Genie Parker. 7 years. Unprecedented 7 years as RWL Women's World Champion. Let's get the official time.
The time was 14 minutes 15 seconds. Your winner, and still RWL Women's World Champion, Dynamite Genie
Guys,
Parker.
I'll tell you, it did not look good for Genie Parker there for a while. That one dragged on for quite a bit, and Dione did manage to inflict quite a bit of damage. But nonetheless, Genie Dynamite managing to hold out against Dione the Titaness to retain the RWL Women's World Championship for an unprecedented 7 years. Ain't nobody ever done it. I don't think ain't nobody ever gonna do it. And if Genie Parker were to lose the title next month, she will have that legacy for the rest of her life. Unfreaking believable. Just wow, man.
Pensacola, Florida, about to just blow the roof off the building. Genie Parker has earned her place in RWL history and locked in a sure spot as a future Hall of Famer. She herself will tell you that. Check this out. Genie offers Big Die. Coolness, a post-match handshake between these two incredible athletes. Genie says she's not the greatest of all time in RWL, but she says, the greatest right now and man alive. Did she ever back it up tonight against Dione?
All right, people. We hope you enjoyed this 2-hour Ladies Night Special as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We thank you all, as always, for your support of RWL Wrestling. Please keep the likes, shares, and comments coming. We'll be back Saturday, June 14th for the next RWL Snarl. For Wally Tex and yours truly, GB, thanks again, good night, and we hope to see you next time.